observe that this video will be unedited and low quality because I am only doing this video to convey the emotions that I am feeling at this very moment. Because I figured that if I get to record the video here and now when I'm actually processing my emotions the hardest, like in the most painful way, when I'm feeling at the most painful point in my life right now, I can probably express how I feel in a more authentic way to you rather than if I choose to wait a few days when I calm down and I'm just not the way I will express myself will not be as accurate as to how I was actually feeling at the moment. So something just happened to me like literally an hour or 2 hours ago, and so this is still fresh in my mind, and I am still feeling very horrible because of this. And so I just have to share it out loud. Basically, I was going out with a group of friends, and we were having some student life, and we were supposed to go to one of the bars slash clubs in the city. And as always, as fucking always, I got denied at entrance by the security guards because I looked too drunk. And this keeps happening to me all the time, where I cannot go in or where I have to get kicked out because I look too drunk, even when I haven't been drinking anything. And I don't know what is causing this bullshit. I suspect that it's my stupid autism that makes me look uncanny to other people. And I look constantly tired. I look constantly deviating. And once I did cocaine so that I could get into a club so that I wouldn't look tired in front of the security guards. And it's one thing when you get denied access and you are like on your own. I was with a group of friends, and it always becomes so humiliating and so embarrassing when you get pointed out this much in front of other people. Everyone in that group thinks you are cool, they think you are so awesome, that you are such a fun person to be around. And you get like that dopamine that, like, oh, I feel so good, I'm like the cool kid in the group. And so then when people suggest going to a city bar, you just don't feel comfortable showing your weakness and talking about how I never manage. I almost never manage to get in because I just look too fucking drunk all the time. Possibly because of my big pupils or something. because my pupils are probably too big, which isn't good because it means I am not normal, because normal people manage to get into bars easily. And this is a Swedish thing I have to point out, where even if you look drunk, you won't get in. I don't think it's the same in most other countries in the world. This is specifically in Sweden. And so I'm just such a cool person in the group until that stupid security guard denies my access. And I just don't like talking to other people how I don't manage to get into bars. Because whenever people call me cool, whenever people call me awesome, it feels so much harder for me to be vulnerable with them and reveal to them that I am a fucking loser deep down. You just when people think you are amazing, you want to keep being amazing. You don't want to ruin it by all of a sudden trauma dumping onto them all your failures in your life. The fact that my big pupils might be the reason why I have never felt loved by girls. I've never been in a serious relationship. And here's the thing. I am really trying to be a kind person who cares about others. I am friends with several girls at this moment. And they tell me that they have a fun time being with me, hanging out with me, that I am treating them well. So I don't want any comments assuming that I treat women like objects, that the real reason why women don't want to date me is because I don't see them as people. I am friends with girls who have told me multiple times that they think I am a kind person that makes them feel good. And I am trying to make them feel good. But the thing is, they all just friend zone me. And I did not want to talk about those specific girls because I'm gonna receive a lot of comments saying that, oh, those girls only friend zone me because I'm not attractive enough to actually encourage them to want to be anything more than just friends. And then I would just keep asking those girls, oh, is it just because I am not attractive enough for you? And I would just become very salty, and they will tell me, no, 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 there is nothing wrong with me. And I'm like, I'm gonna be like, no, you're wrong, you're just telling me that because you don't want to hurt my feelings. And that would put our friendship in jeopardy. That's why I wanted to keep some of my connections with other people private on this channel, because I don't want people commenting on my videos make me start assuming things that aren't necessarily there, that aren't necessarily true, and eventually ruining my friendships with those girls because I let random comments on the internet give me ideas that aren't necessarily true. But I can't really stay silent about it. I have oftentimes felt like I wasn't good enough since I was only friend zoned, which I shouldn't be feeling, because for a lot of people, being friends is just as special as being in a relationship. And for a lot of people, it doesn't matter whether you are friends or you are in a relationship, you're still creating connections with other people at the end of the day in some way, shape, or form. But it's just that I often think to myself, why is dating so much easier for other people than me? Why are all the girls friend zoning me but dating and having sex with other guys? It just feels like, why am I not treated the same as other people? And I oftentimes assume that it's because of my disability. It's because of my autism that renders me not attractive enough or not dateable enough. I mean, people have called me attractive, but I very rarely, if ever, hear that a girl actually would like to date me. And I oftentimes wonder why. Why are they willing to date other guys, but not me? What do they have that I don't? And it makes me feel so stupid, because I thought in high school and middle school that I was the one that girls would date, that I would be the Chad, that I would be the alpha male that all the girls would flock flock towards. And now I feel so stupid. And people say, "Oh, it's okay, you were just a 14-year-old. Everyone is stupid when they are 14. So you should forgive yourself and move on." I don't want to move on. I felt happy when I thought I was this dream boy for girls, when I thought that all the girls would flock to me when I was 14. I felt happy. I felt so good about myself. And so when people tell me that 14-year-olds are stupid, that you were stupid, but it's okay because you were just a kid, and when people say that you need to move on with your life and that you need to forgive yourself, I feel like people are taking that happiness that I felt when I was 14 away from me. I want to keep that happiness. I want to stand up for that 14-year-old self in me that felt happy. So I oftentimes feel like I was stupid, but that stupidity made me happy. And I want to be happy, so I guess I have to be stupid. And all the other guys, they manage to have amazing sex. And I oftentimes think they don't deserve that amazing sex because they haven't worked hard for it. All they had to do was be privileged enough to not be born with a disability like me. I am working hard. I go to the gym almost every day. I eat healthy food. I shower with a shampoo and a conditioner. And people still tell me that I have a small neck, even though I was doing neck curls like crazy this summer and literally won an award for doing the most neck curls out of the whole group. Not that anyone else in that group was doing any neck curls. I was training my neck, and people still think this neck is small. And I was eating protein powder so that I can build muscle. I am afraid that maybe I just have horrible genetics, that I will forever be unattractive. No matter how hard I work, I will always be the autistic, awkward nerd with poor social skills, with poor charisma, with poor appearance, with a horrible neck, and who looks like he needs to go to the gym even though he has been grinding at the gym for years with no progress. And so I feel like, why do I have to work so hard and still not get what other people get for not having to work as hard? And people shame you for even having those thoughts. As soon as you start thinking that person does not deserve to have sex, everyone starts throwing pitchforks at you and calling you a disgusting incel. But I have always grown up with the idea that if you want something in life, you have to work hard for it. And so, when I see people that get what they want without having to work hard, and I am working my ass off and not getting what I want, why are people surprised when I get frustrated? When I have always been told as a child that if you work hard, you get what you want. Why are people assuming you for being a disgusting incel just for thinking logical thoughts? Like, it's not. Of course, you will be thinking thoughts. That person does not deserve to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or an amazing romantic partner. They haven't worked hard, they just were blessed with good genetics. They were blessed to not be socially awkward. What did I do to deserve the state that I am in? And here's another thing. Something that I have learned recently is that you will never be at peace with yourself. Every time you claim that you have finally started to feel happiness in life, you have finally accepted yourself for who you are, you have finally learned to love yourself for who you are, you have finally found peace within yourself, sooner or later you will start feeling horrible again. You will hate and loathe yourself again. And so what I have discovered is that finding peace in yourself is not the end goal to live a good life. The end goal is to have a framework, to have a strategy for how to handle your life whenever you feel bad about yourself, whenever you loathe yourself. Like Christian people, for example, whenever they feel bad, they pray to God. But it still means that they do feel bad sometimes. And so, one of my ways to kind of handle me loathing myself and feeling bad about myself is sharing it on the internet, so that perhaps I can connect with other people who might be in a similar situation as me. That is literally what helps me feel better about myself. And this is exactly why I am doing this right now. And I just feel like I will never be good enough. I just want to hold hands with the opposite gender. I just want to be able to have children with a woman one day. I want to be able to call myself a father. I want to raise my own children. I want a woman to be in love with me. And it seems so easy for everyone else. So why is it such an insurmountable mountain for me? Am I really asking for too much? Am I having unrealistic expectations for just wanting to have children with a woman? Is that really so hard? Most people become fathers eventually. So this cannot be some superhuman goal to achieve. But I am worried that I might never achieve this because every girl just friend zones me. But they don't friend zone others. They have sex with others. They have children with others. Why am I treated different than them? Why do they want to date them, but not me? What are they doing that I am not? And I have recently come to the conclusion that it must be my disability. It must be my autism, my stupid autism, and the stupid neck that refuses, the stupid stubborn neck that refuses to grow despite me doing all the neck curls. It's my eyes that look drunk. It's probably because I have a fucking negative cancel tilt. And I have read somewhere that people that have a negative cancel tilt look more tired. And so everyone always assumes that I am tired even when I am not. That's why I had to do cocaine that one time. So I wouldn't look tired. And yes, women are probably unattracted to me because of my fucking negative cancel tilt. It's my horrible eyes. I'm fucking in such an emotional state right now that I am trying to cry for like dramatic effect, but no tears are coming. I'm so pathetic. I've never learned how to show emotions. I always thought that I was an amazing alpha male that I could not show emotion. Now I'm just a disgusting spurg that cannot show emotions the way everyone else does, and that is why women don't want to date me because they are creeped out by the fact that I am unable to display my emotions the same way other people want. And I keep thinking, I can be the nicest guy. And I don't want to be one of those nice guys who claim that I am nice and that I am kind or that I would treat women better than all the other guys. Maybe I am a terrible person that has to grow. But sometimes I wonder, what if I hypothetically become the most kind hearted, high quality man, like personality wise, but women will only choose to date toxic, abusive men because women will just complain that why they are dating toxic, abusive men and that they want to find a good guy. And what if I become that good guy, but women will still not want to date me because of my negative cancel tilt, my neck, and my autism? I'm so sorry if my thoughts are so disorganized. I'm just expressing the way I feel, the way I think. I'm not saying that there is any logic behind the things I am saying. This is just me documenting how I am feeling at the moment, just letting my emotions out. But yeah, I sometimes do have those like nice guy thoughts that women will choose horrible guys that treat them like crap, but they will never date. But what if I could treat women good? I'm not, once again, I'm not saying that I do at the moment, but what if, uh, oh wait, I just said in the beginning, holy crap, like I said, my thoughts are so disorganized. I literally said in the beginning that I have heard from women themselves that I treat them good. So apparently I already do that. but they still don't want to date me because I'm not as attractive as those men who treat them like crap. And like I said, those women still appreciate being friends with me, which should be good enough. But why are they not friends with other guys? Why are they having sex with other guys? Why are they having children with other guys and making them fathers? What are they doing that I am not doing? What do they have that I don't have? It just bothers me so much. And it makes me feel so stupid that I thought that I was the attractive one in middle and high school. It's so fucking embarrassing. If you now excuse me, I'm gonna listen to a song, Death by Cacola. Cacola. Whenever I feel like I hate my life, I am at the verge of, then I listen to that song and I get emotional.